Alright, so before this video begins, a lot of the first section of the footage is not there, it's missing. That's because this happens every time I try to import it into Vegas. Alright, so let's just import that into there, and let's just put it in there. Okay, it's frozen. Okay, stop, stop, no! God damn it! So basically every time I tried to import it, it crashed, so yeah, let's get into the video, and I won't have the first bit of the video in, so if there's a big structure in the middle that has a lot of Aztec signs and decorations on it, you know that that's what I built before it crashed. Yeah. Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Planet Coaster. The last video I must have made was Efteling about 2-3 weeks ago, so it was a pretty long time ago. Talking about the vlogs, I've decided that I'm not going to do them from now on, because every time I make the vlogs it would just be, the day would just be focused on that, other than focusing on the park, which is why I'm there. So I didn't really have the best of experiences doing that, but if I get the chance to at different parks, I will be shooting on ride footage and putting that on the channel. But other than that, I'm not going to be filming vlogs because it's just so much hassle, and I honestly have no idea how most people film vlogs like in a day, because there's just so much that I would want to film and not enough time to film it. A good example of that would be the Efteling vlog, because that was kind of a mess. If I'm honest, it got 200 views, so that's not that bad, but it was kind of a mess, to be fair. Like, the day we went there, we missed out about half the park, and it just wasn't the best day. We were very tired, we were very burnt out from the trip, and we just didn't really enjoy it as much as we would have if we just didn't have the vlog. But Symbolica was good, so there's that. Talking about the rest of the trip, it was really good actually. The parks that we went to are very good. Phantasialand in particular, I said it was my favourite park. Well, I actually put it in the description it was my favourite park that I've been to. But then we went to Portaventura just like about a week ago, and yeah, that's my favourite park. There's no way anything can compete with Portaventura until I go to the US. It's just so good. If you have the chance, just go there straight away. Shambhala is very, very good. But let's talk about rides that I went on in the trip, because I was hyping that up in the last Planet Coaster video, and they were really good. I really enjoyed, in particular, Taron, Wildfire at Kolmarden, Kanon at Hansa Park. Some of the more disappointing rides were probably Boulder at Liseberg. That was really hyped up for me because everyone says, oh, it's one of the best, if not the best, wooden roller coaster in the world. I went on it and I preferred Wicker Man, to be honest. Wicker Man's just a more intense and thrilling ride, and Boulder just has nothing going for it. The airtime wasn't even that good, so yeah, that was a fun experience. On the upside, some of the rides that I've been on since then were ridiculously surprising. When I went to Portaventura, I went on Furious Baco. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's one of Intamin's older launch coasters. It opened in like 2005, or not 2005, but sometime before I got into roller coasters, and before Intamin was really making wing coasters as they do today. And it's an Intamin launch wing coaster. I went on it a lot. I went on it, well, a year ago, but I went on it again on last Saturday, and it blew me away, honestly. I have no idea why I didn't like it as much before, but it's a top 10 ride for me. It's just so ridiculously intense and just insane. Another very surprising ride for me was Rutschebanen at Tivoli. That's better than Boulder as well. That's rated like number 25 in my rankings, and Boulder isn't even in my top 30. But Rutschebanen it's a very old wooden coaster made, it was built 108 years ago, 104 years ago, and it is very good. It's got some really decent airtime, and it just feels so fun and unsafe and thrilling. But I think the overall highlight of the trip was probably either Wildfire at Kolmarden, the back row ride I had on Taron right at the end of the day. Well, I say right at the end of the day, it was like 4 o'clock, but we had to leave because we had to drive 120 miles afterwards. But that back row ride on Taron was just incredible. It's one of the most intense rides I've been on. The back row ride on Carnan that I had at the end of the day at Hansa Park, that was incredible. Or Symbolica, which is, I want to say it's my favourite ride I've ever been on, just in general, because I went on it 3 times, all 3 tours. I loved every time I went on that ride. I got to experience something new. If you haven't seen the Efteling vlog, go watch it, even though it is one of my more messy vlogs, but just go watch it. It's a good park. I do slate it a little bit in the video for just not being as fun as Toverland, but it's not really, and I didn't actually have a great day at Efteling, but it's not really the same type of park as Toverland. Toverland's a very light-hearted park. It's very it's very fun. It's got entertaining pathways. Watch the video. But Efteling is a very different type of park. I don't think I wanted to go to that sort of park. It was it's just a weird place. But if I go there again, it will definitely be for 2 or 3 days because there's so much you need to do there. It's ridiculous. I only got on 4 of the however many roller coasters they have there. But it's a very good park, and Symbolica is definitely representative of that, because Symbolica is just a perfect ride. There's nothing I would change about it. It's my favourite dark ride, maybe favourite ride of all time, but it's just perfect, and there's nothing that you can change about it. So now that I've rambled on and on about rides that you probably don't care about, let's talk about what I'm actually doing in Planet Coaster. So as I actually haven't said it before, I was going to say it as I said before. As you can probably see, I'm just continuing on with what I was doing in the last video, just expanding onto the Aztec coaster and area. I think it's pretty nice, I think it's pretty good. I like it, I like how it's all turned out. Basically the story of the ride, if you can even call it a story, is that you're going into an archaeological dig site, going into this big pyramid, and then you see this huge statue, as you can see in front of you. Okay, it's just moved out of the pyramid. But you see the huge statue in front of you, and then you board the train, it goes up the pyramid, then you get thrown into this Aztec village, go into that tunnel with the lights, a curse is placed on you, you go into the other temple, and then flashing lights fire, a huge snake statue pretty much goes shooting out at you. And then it's just the rest of the ride. I think it turned out really nice. It's definitely the best family coaster I built in the game. Probably one of my favourite rides I built in the game, actually. It's really good, I think. And I think I'm completely happy with how the park's turning out. It's definitely not your conventional park. It's got a very, very strange layout. It's more of a ring around the different areas. But I like it. I think it's unique. I've enjoyed doing it a lot so far, I think. Putting more time and effort into actually making stuff in Planet Coaster is definitely good, just for how it turns out, and I think it's been a pretty cool project so far. But just talking about the just the series in general and the park in general, what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to make the episodes a little bit shorter. That's because the other video, Aztecs and Adventures, it was about 40 minutes long, and it's just got like 20 views. It didn't do great, and also because it's just easier to digest smaller and shorter videos. And it's definitely easier for me to make those short videos because, as you would have seen if you've seen my other videos, there's a lot of dead spots, there's a lot of spots where I'm not really talking about stuff. I end up divulging into just talking about random stuff like theme park news and just random stuff like that, and I want to keep it more consistent with what I'm talking about. I want to keep it more just whatever I'm talking about. I want to keep it less, with less dead spots and less of just me not knowing what the hell I'm talking about, because that's pretty much what most of these videos just turn into. It's just the music over blank space, really. I'll keep on doing it like this with shorter videos, try and keep them under 15 minutes, and we'll see how that goes, or see how well they do, and I'll just keep on making these because I really like making these videos. It's really fun to have this park and do new things with it, things that I haven't done before on Planet Coaster, because normally what I do when I play Planet Coaster is I just throw something into a park, throw some scenery objects in there, just make a massive roller coaster and not really do much with it. While in this video I make the roller coaster and then I try to theme it as much as humanly possible, and just do the best I can with what I have, because I'm not great at making original ideas, as you can see by the Matterhorn ripoff and Rakavon Desire. They're just rip-offs of different rides. So yeah, it's good to try to think of new original ideas like I did for this, because there's not really any rides that I can think of off the top of my head that are like this, in a sense, like that do have this sort of theming. If I'm wrong, then put it in the comments. But it's fun to have more original ideas when it comes to games like this. That being said, this video was more just an update video where you can just see all the theming happening in the background. Yeah, I'll just let you watch the rest of the park being made, rest of this ride area being made, and just me playing around the lighting. But I think apart from all the first section that I can't do because of course the game keeps on crashing, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you've liked it, I hope you've liked this different style. And yeah, I'll just leave you with this last 30 seconds or so of me just playing around with the lighting and just looking at how everything looks. I actually like how I lit up this little indoor section because you could see nothing apart from the pre-show in there. So yeah, I'll end this video off with a on-ride POV of the roller coaster, but for now that's it from Planet Coaster. I'll see you in the next video, episode 8, where I hopefully start the new section. But yeah, that's it. See ya.